Safety starts and ends with each person on a Clark job site. This is the individual's responsibility. We are going to give every tool, every system, create the culture, empower everyone, but it starts with the right heart and the right mind with the right people doing the right thing.
I joined Clark a little over 25 years ago. And I've got a bit of a unique perspective because I started out in the trades. You know, I started out as a carpenter, worked my way up as a superintendent, and recently I've built some of Clark's largest work in the Western region. And a lot of that is very complicated, logistically challenged type work where safety is a big part of how we plan the project to make sure that we have a construction method that will allow for the safe return of everybody to their family every day.
For those individuals, I think, that are out there working, my hat's off to them because, I mean, it's hard labor. It takes a special individual person to do that stuff. All those workers out there are athletes in their own regards, the stuff that they put their bodies through for 8 hours of a work day. It's tough. So we tell them, stretch out. They need their armor, they need their hard hats, they need their gloves. You wouldn't send a football player out there with no helmet or shoulder pads or anything else. I mean, that stuff's there to protect them. So for us, our day-to-day game is making sure that we have the proper equipment to protect us while we're out there working.
You are not just empowered to call out safety issues to the folks that are working with you or to us as the supervisors on the job. You're required to do that. We need you to be out there keeping your eyes open for things that could get you hurt, that could get your crewmen hurt. It's not an insult to us if you say that there's an unsafe condition. It's a help to us if you call us out. You guys are the eyes and ears on the job all the time. So I think that we want to foster that environment where stop, talk, accept is not really a policy, where it's just the norm and the way we do things and the way we work together to keep each other safe.
Accountability is important because you have to make each and every one own it, okay? If you don't own it, there's no value in it. Clark Construction, it would be my number one as a partner in safety because we make everyone realize that they're responsible for the next person standing next to them.
I would say that having a plan to do the work is the most important way to keep safe. If we don't have a plan, that's when we get into situations that expose people to risk.
Safe plan of action is to get everybody involved in the morning. But sometimes at the end of the day before, there might have been an issue. Or when you come in the morning and you're walking to your job site and you're like, what is that mobile crane doing by where we're working? So what it does, it opens up a dialogue for the employee that's actually doing the work to bring up any issues or discuss maybe some problems that might happen if they're working next to a crane. It just brings that employee their questions and concerns, it brings it to the table so that they can bring it to their foreman.
Jobs, schedule-wise, are very aggressive nowadays. Everybody wants their jobs built in as short a time as possible. So you've got to be ahead of safety. You got to be thinking about it, days and weeks in advance of when the work actually takes place. And if you're waiting until the last minute to put safety or plan safety into what you're doing, you've waited too long. And that's the goal of every superintendent within Clark, is to promote safety, not have to police, but to help ensure that all work is done in a safe manner.
I know that individuals I work with, we have a lot of camaraderie, and I know they have families, so to try to take care of each other mentally and physically, I know it pays heavy dividends for everyone. Clark is really concerned about everyone's safety on the job site, and they're not just concerned with the contractor, but the individuals out there as well.
if people understand that, you know, I have a personal investment in making sure that things are safe, then they'll take that through their day, they'll take that to their crew, they'll take it all the way home. So take that perspective of no matter what trade you're in, we're all together, we're all on the same site, and we all want to go home safely. So it's very important that if we do stop, talk, and accept, we can keep everyone else safe. And it's really kind of it's almost like a family setting on the job site.
Clark care about safety because they believe the people are the key of the company and the family. If we don't have people and we don't have family, we won't have the workers outside. So they care because if you do a safe job, that means you're gonna go back the next day and you're gonna produce, and you're also gonna make money for your family, and you're gonna have the opportunity to have a better life.
Nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to them. Nobody goes to work saying, I'm going to get hurt today. But, you know, guys still get hurt in this business, and it's because momentary lapses in judgment, or sometimes it's the result of something else that was going on around them.
I mean, I've been in the trade long enough that I remember job sites where safety glasses weren't even required, you know. June 10th of 1999, I fell 15 feet down onto a concrete floor face first. Had I stopped that day to actually do a risk assessment like we do now, and we would have thought about the plan for what we were doing, we would have come up with a better way to do it. I remember my wife telling me that when she got the call from the police that your husband's been injured on the job and they wouldn't tell her what happened, she was afraid that I had died. It changes your life in a hurry. Take safety seriously because it could mean your life. Take it seriously because there's people at home that depend on you to be a breadwinner. You know, it affected my family quite a bit when I got hurt. These programs are put in place and been honed and refined over so many years that it means a lot now. It's not just talk.
These are people that you form a relationship with. You want to see them go home at the end of the day. It's terrifying when you see them get hurt. How would my life be if I had to go home with with my finger cut off or with a serious injury? I couldn't pick up my daughter. I couldn't play with my son. What would that be like? How would I do the things that are so normal every day if I was injured, right? I couldn't do anything that I like to do. If I hurt my foot, I won't be able to go for a hike on the weekend with my kids. We got to be thinking about it all the time.
We've come a long way in 110 years. You know, I think we have to recognize that everybody is coming to a job site with a different background. Everybody's coming with a different set of job and life experiences. Safety starts with changing the hearts of people and changing the minds of people. We focus on safety because we love our people that work on our job sites, and we want to make certain that they are well and healthy and in great shape going home each day, because we value them and we need them, and recognize as Clark Construction, we don't exist without them.